y'all. My name's Ashley. Welcome to the channel, and I am so glad you are here. Today, I want to talk about dreams. Not the night sleepy time kind of dreams, but ambitions, goals, aspirations, if you will. So it might get a little deep. And let's go somewhere a little bit more comfortable and we'll get into the conversation. Come with me. This is not going to work. One second. Okay, now we're in business. The subject for today's discussion is dreams, goals, aspirations, ambitions. I feel like I'm having a little bit of a midlife crisis, if I'm being 100% honest with you. I've just been kind of in a rut, feeling just, unfulfilled. What's my purpose in life? What am I even here for? As I was sitting down and kind of thinking about dreams, I recalled a conversation that I had, gosh, this was probably at least 10 years ago at this point, with my manager at the time. She asked me, what were your goals? Like, what were my ambitions growing up? And I said, well, I wanted to have my own apartment. I wanted to go to college and graduate, and I wanted to have some sort of stable job. I originally thought that I would have the exact same job as my mom, but I realized that even if I didn't have that, like some sort of stable job that would basically afford me the ability to do what I want when I want, that's what I was looking for. And as I was telling my boss these things, she said, Ashley, you've kind of already done that stuff. You did go to college and you do have a stable job and you have your own apartment and you can pretty much do what you want. So what are your dreams now? Oh, shit, maybe I do need to come up with some more dreams. And even though that was at least 10 years ago at this point, I have to admit I haven't really thought about what my dreams are since then. I have, short-term goals, I have long-term goals, but what are like my dreams, like in the depths of my heart? What are the things that I really want to accomplish before I leave this earth? So I wanted to talk a little bit about my dreams. I've actually made a list of them. And I also want to talk a little bit about why it's taken me so long to come up with this list. And I think that's where I'll start, because I had to really sit and think about, why did I not have things that I aspire to? At least, like grand things that I aspire to. And as I was sitting and contemplating this, I really boiled it down to two main things. Number one, fear of failure. If I set this dream, this lofty goal for myself, and I can't do it, how is that going to make me feel? I already struggle a lot with anxiety, depression, and insecurity, and I just sometimes struggle to set big, ambitious goals because I don't want to risk failing at them or not completing them. So that's the number one thing, is just fear of failure. The number two thing that I think has prevented me from really outlining what my dreams are is a lack of support. Like, what if people tell me that I can't do it, or tell me that they won't help me achieve these dreams? I'm a really independent person. A lot of it has to deal with how I was raised, and a fair amount of it has to do with my personality. Very type A, very Virgo, very, very independent. And I'm used to doing things on my own. But when it comes to, my heart's desires, I really need to feel supported. And it kind of makes me emotional thinking about it, because a lot of times I feel like I do a lot to support other people and encourage them. And I'm hesitant to set really ambitious goals because I'm worried that I'm not going to get that support back. And I'm going to be discouraged instead of encouraged. So those were the two kind of main things that prevented me from doing this, but this is the moment. I am going to list out my adult dreams and put it on the internet for everybody to see because I don't want to be held back by failure and I don't want to be held back by a perceived lack of support. Like, just because I feel like people wouldn't support me in this doesn't mean that they won't. You know, what actually happens and what I think could possibly happen are frequently two very different things. So I want to give you this list of my adult dreams, and I'm going to talk through each one, and some of them are probably silly. Some of them I may never complete, but I think this will be good for me in terms of accountability. I put it out there, and then hopefully if there's a community that we're able to build here, you can encourage me, you can share what your dreams are, I can encourage you, and we can really all be in this together. So here it is. My adult dreams in no particular order. The first dream that I have on my list is to write a book. I was that weird kid who would like read the dictionary for fun or like household manuals and stuff. I love looking at words on a page, reading them, comprehending them. And if it was fiction, baby, Calgon, take me away. I love immersing myself in a story. And so I think it would be very, very cool and like a point of pride for me to write my own book. I don't know what type of book I would write, maybe a memoir, because I have a very deep-seated fear of losing my memory. So I would love to get memories out of my head and somewhere where they could be there forever. But I don't know, maybe a fiction book or maybe a book of poetry. I would even like to write something like that. But before I leave this earth, I would love to write a book of some kind. So that's one of the dreams on my list. The second one is be a ballerina. And I'm not talking like dancing in the Nutcracker, like Misty Copeland level of ballerina, not professional, nothing like that. But I have always really appreciated the art of ballet. And I recently started taking an adult ballet class, and I would like to continue that. I want to get good enough to where I have kind of the fundamentals, the techniques down, and my big ambition is to go on point. I don't know if I'm going to be able to make that happen, but that is something that I've always wanted to do. And so it's on my list of adult dreams. Another dream, and it kind of ties into ballerina, but not really, do a front split. I have never considered myself to be very flexible. Technically, I'm hypermobile. My joints have a greater range of motion than others, but not in anywhere fun. Like it's like in my hands and my shoulders and stuff, like not anything that's, a cool party trick or something like that. But I would love to be able to just do a front split just to prove to myself that I can, that my body is capable of guiding me through every single day, and it can do kind of, I don't necessarily want to say like magnificent things, but it can do things that other people's maybe are not able to do, or things that I didn't even think that I was capable of doing. So that's on the list as well. Next up, fund a scholarship. I think it would be a great legacy to fund some sort of scholarship for education for children, ideally Black children. I want to give folks an opportunity to have experiences, to learn more and expand their education. I was fortunate enough to be granted a full academic scholarship for undergrad, and I probably wouldn't have been able to go to college without a scholarship. It most likely wouldn't have been something that happened for me. And so I really appreciate that scholarship and the ability to go to school, to not have to worry about the cost and just really focus on learning. And I would love to be able to extend that to someone else. Maybe it's a scholarship for higher education. I'm also open to scholarships for elementary, middle, or high school education, because I think there are lots of opportunities for Black children especially to be exposed to new and different situations. And so if I could help somebody fund their education and get those experiences that maybe they wouldn't have otherwise, I think it would be a great privilege to do that. So that's another one of my dreams. Next up is Sing well in public. I would like to do some sort of vocal lessons so that way I feel confident enough to sing and not like as a joke in front of other people. Now, don't get me wrong, your girl has done karaoke, okay? I have my go-to songs that I do, but it's never really anything serious. But ever since I was little, I have always admired people who have vocal talent. I just think it is so amazing when someone can just open their mouth and have amazing songs, amazing just music come out of it and use their voice as an instrument. So I would like to do something like that as well. At least, have enough practice and training to be able to genuinely carry a tune, know that my voice isn't going to crack at some point in the middle, and just be able to do some sort of vocal talent in front of other people. Right now, I don't feel confident enough to do that. So I would like to build that confidence up. This one, maybe you can help me out with. Get 10,000 subscribers on my YouTube channel, which I know there are tons of YouTubers who have like 1 million subscribers, 10 million subscribers. I'm not trying to do all that. I would just really like to know that I am able to build a community of people who are like-minded, who want to be encouraged, who want to encourage others. And so I think it would be really neat to get to 10,000 subscribers on this channel. Again, maybe that's a pipe dream, but I feel like if I continue investing time and effort and really dedicating myself to this, I could maybe do it. So maybe, I don't know, I'll be the 80-year-old woman with 10,000 subscribers on her YouTube channel, but that will suit me just fine. I at least want to try. Ooh, this next one. Meet Beyonce or Michelle Obama. Two of the women that I admire most on this planet. If I can just like meet one of them and have them look me in my eye and like know my name, I honestly could just pass right away, happy as a clam. I know that's a very ambitious dream. I don't know if I'll be able to pull that one off, but that is something that deep in my heart I would love to do, just to be able to tell those ladies how much of an impact they've had on me and how much they inspire me. And even though, I'm like nobody, they don't know me, but how much I appreciate the opportunity to see the greatness that they've put in the world. And that makes me like, just thinking about meeting Michelle Obama and being in the same room as her, puddle of tears. Like, I'm clearly going to have to get myself together before if or when this would happen, but that's something that I really aspire to do. And last but definitely not least is heal my inner child. I didn't realize until I started therapy how many times I shrink myself or make myself smaller or don't share my opinion or just generally hold back. And I know it's because of things that I learned when I was younger. Things that I observed, things that were told to me, things that my inner child believed to be true at that time and that I've carried into adulthood. And I really just want to let baby Ashley know that she's fine. Like she's good. I want to be the adult that I needed when I was younger. And I know that may take a lifetime to do, but I really want to put in the work to heal that part of myself that feels so inferior and like nobody cares, or I'm not worth the energy or the effort or all those things that I hear in my head. I want to go back, at least, metaphorically, go back in time and heal that part of myself, the little 5, 6, 7, 8-year-old girl, and just let her know that she's good, that everything is fine. I tried to hype myself so much before this video. I'm like, I'm not going to cry. I'm going to be strong. I'm going to take it like a G. And here I am, blubbering in front of all of you. But I think that it is important to be vulnerable. And you know, this is my year of authenticity. I declared it. I set the intention on January 1st. And so, authentically, I am a crybaby. I be crying all the time. Too happy, I'm crying. Too sad, I'm crying. Too many emotions, the tears will just fall. But I really do want to put in the work to teach myself not to live in that old mindset that I had when I was a kid, and just know that I am able, with therapy, with resources, with support from family and friends and you, um, to get better. Yeah. So anyway, those are my adult dreams. I would love to hear what some of your goals are in life. Like, what are goals that you had when you were little? Have you achieved them? What are some goals that you have for yourself now? Like, definitely weigh in, in the comment section, because I'd love to hear a little bit about your perspective. And like I mentioned, maybe we can all, be in this together and encourage each other and support each other and just really be there for one another as we pursue our lifelong goals. So, with that, I thank you so much. And remember, your life matters, your spirit is beautiful, and I am so glad that you are here. Thank you again for taking the time to watch this, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.